was all the same dream, a dream that you had inside a locked room. A dream about being a person.
So the locked room refers to a type of mystery that seems on the surface insoluble. And that definition of the locked room translates into Cole's metaphysical digressions, which is that your life is what you experience, and more than that, it's what you think of what you've experienced. And all that takes place inside your head, and your head is a locked room. No one will ever walk in this head and live in this room and see the things that person did. It specifically involves being able to hold two contradictory ideas in equal measure. And so Cole says, you just got to be honest what goes on in here in the locked room.
I think there's a kind of absolutism to the way Cole talks about his philosophies, and whether it be about religion or anything else. It's a kind of absolutism that proves there's like a much darker abyss beneath that.
And in his search for how to live and not finding much meaning in the company of others, he turned to philosophy and he turned to spiritual texts. He just doesn't believe it, but I think he believes in the power of transcendence, and I think that's what he's often speaking toward.
What's it say about life?
I'm not sure whether Cole is agnostic or atheist, but he's somewhere in between the two. He's definitely doesn't subscribe to any religion.
For a guy who sees no point in existence, you sure fret about it an awful lot.
Heart, he's probably some sort of agnostic Christian in the sense that he believes in it as a community ritual. I'm not sure if he necessarily follows the rules of the faith. He makes excuses for himself.
The very sermon that Cole is critiquing, he employs all the same tactics in his interrogations.
It's not your fault. It's not. He was drugged to the bottom by that same weight.
Offering a cathartic narrative. As Cole says, everybody knows there's something wrong with them. All you gotta do is address that hole and watch him talk. Everybody wants to confess.
Get out of here.
Is that all you got
Stop.
for me?
Go home. I don't want this anymore.
You got that little shitbird in here?
Go away. I'll call the cops.
Well, let's see how that works
I know
out
other
for you.
cops.
Okay.
A man who says rules are good, we witness breaking not just his marital rules, but the rules of personal space.
Ow! Get off! Get off!
You know, in episode 1, we had Cole saying, I'm not some kind of maniac. And in this episode, we have Hart saying, I'm not a psycho. It's one of those things that if you have to tell people, it's probably not true. We see right away that Marty's family is having a humanizing effect on Cole's character. He's chatting comfortably about himself, and he's watching those little girls. And Marty, who hasn't been home with the family, while he was away doing God knows what, another man mowed his yard.
What the hell do you think you're doing, man? At my house when I'm not here?
So you're watching some kind of territorial dispute that has deep psychological underpinnings, but on the surface is almost comedic effect. What am I gonna do, admit to jealousy over my lawn? For the first time, it looks like we have a hard suspect. That image I actually got from my head from paintings which showed plague doctors in medieval Europe, and they had those very strange long masks. It was before gas masks, but they made them look like wasps. And we leave them in episode 3 with a very definite direction and a man to capture.